Hey guys, and welcome to episode 4, I think this is, of our road to being a Slayer Master. So in the previous episode, we did some incredible work. 30 tasks now up to in terms of this, and we have the points to go and get the Slayer Helm. Now, to start this video, we're not going to be doing that. We're going to be jumping into an absolutely massive Black Demon task. 192 is going to be some serious XP. But what I thought would be worthwhile doing is just to go and do this first, because this is going to give us a really big level. 75 Slayer is kind of the first goal level I had because it's going to unlock gargoyles. Now you might think the gargoyles aren't the best task in the world and not anything I should really be excited about, but it's one of those first jump-ins into one of those tasks which was historically a big benchmark. When you're originally slaying so long ago, that gargoyles used to be quite a big high-profile task. I do think they're still pretty decent in terms of GP, and especially if I can go and do the Dag and Buy mystery, we can actually go and make binding contracts for gargoyles as well and make a little bit more profit than what you typically think. Again, hellhounds, gargoyles, there's a few others as well. Tying in binding contracts with doing Slayer can actually make you so much more profit. So that is definitely something we're going to be doing for the future. But a big Black Demon task is on the horizon now. We're going to go and reset our counters. So what I'm going to do with the counters nowadays is, because I can see like the XP to the side of the XP per hour, every episode I'm going to do a counter of how much XP we get both in combat and Slayer. Just show you guys this is how we've done in terms of this episode. Now, what I'm going to be doing for this episode is going for another 10 tasks. So we're going to go up to 40 tasks. And I'm hoping that if we can get some decent tasks to crack through, maybe 80 Slayer can be on the cards for this episode. So if you are enjoying, please make sure to like the video. Please subscribe. Give me some things to talk about or some improvements we can do to these videos in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really hope you enjoy it. Let's go and jump in and do some Slayer, and let's see how good we can do in this episode. So 81 range and also task completed as well. Absolutely flew through this one. Black Demon tasks are just so good. Now I don't need the charms because I'm already 99 summoning, but if you're someone who needs charms as well, this is just perfect. It ticks all the boxes. I try not to keep going on about it, but Black Demons are just such a good task. In terms of XP per hour, over 300k Slayer XP, 480 range. Just so good. One thing I forgot as well, so we did get level 75 Slayer in that as well as 81 range. 75 Slayer is also going to unlock Curadel. Curadel means that we can go and use a new Slayer Master, hopefully a bit closer to the bank as well. So 110 combat's needed, which we've got. As well as gargoyles, we can also do the City of Cenestine, which is actually quite important because I think that's Animate Dead. And eventually, once this counts as max, we want to go and do some of the PVM logs and stuff like that. And I do think that Animate Dead is going to be quite important there as well. So that would be pretty big. Now we're going to shift from Curadel. We're going to actually go to Curadel now for the future. I'm going to go and use the teleport ring. So we're just going to teleport BJQ from the old days. If you know what that's for. And we need access for it. But let's see if it's going to send us there. No. So that's great. Maybe it'll be NPC contact. Continuing for a little while until I've put the mushrooms in that patch. So again, we still uncover these things with this account where I've not quite got it sorted. But we'll go over Chelda and unlock the Slayer Mask because I think that's very important to have the ability to do that. And I can just go merge that. I also need as well to buy Spectral Lens. So that's basically the Slayer Mask version for Necromancy as well. So I can throw that into the old helm as well. So things we can buy. So we want to learn how to craft Slayer helmets. Also as well at some point we want to learn how to do the blows faster. That might be something we go for first actually, because if we're going to do a lot of gargoyles, we don't want to be clicking the granite hammer. So I'm actually going to go for that one first actually. Let's go for buying the blows quicker. The Slayer helm we'll get at some point. It really won't be that hard to do. So we've got that. And then we'll go and head over to here. We'll wield the gargoyle mask and then we'll go and get a task of that. And let's see how good they are. Now, because as well, we'll have the gargoyle mask. We could be able to teleport into Curadel's dungeon as well, which would be really interesting. We might get blocks from it, but I can't see why, because you could still go to Curadel and just sort of running around. So the Mask of Stone or Granite. Go and get the runes, and let's see what we're going to get for our first Slayer task. So Curadel, first assignment, what are you going to give us? So we have a choice between Aberrant Spectres, Jungle Strike Worms, or 228 gargoyles. Easy choice. We're going to go for the gargoyles. Let's see if we can go and head over to her cave as well. Now, the gargoyles are weaker to water spells, so this would be one of those cases where maybe magic could be something better to do. However, magic is quite far ahead of my other combat stats. It's not really something at the minute I need more XP in, so I don't really need to use it. So I'm just going to go and basically use range again. Range is going really well. getting a lot of XP. I'm going to kind of save my melee training for a little bit further down the line. Once we get to like Abyssal Demons and stuff, that's when melee will really shine, because that's going to be better for that. For the time being, I'm going to utilize range and get some XP from there. I'm just trying to think if there's anything I'm missing. We'll need to go and head over to Curadel's to go and get a hammer as well. But apart from that, I think we're all ready to go. I'm just going to take some food as well, just to make sure. Should really be nice and AFK, to be fair. Shouldn't really be too much of a task where we're going to struggle. We're going to grab Bunyip as well. Let's go and teleport with the mask and see if it's going to send us over to Curadel's. But we need to get to the 400 points for the Slayer mask. Again, I do think that, especially when we're going to go and do things like gargoyles, having the ability to use the rock hammer automatically is just going to be so much nice. It's going to make gargoyles such a more AFK task. So I think it'd be worth it in the long run anyway. Now, so because we've got 75 Slayer, we can now utilize Curadel's Cave. Now, Curadel's Cave is actually quite a decent resource. Like, we've got very good Greater Demons here, very like sort of stuck together. We've got Hellhounds, Iron and Steel Dragons, Abyssal Demons, and Dark Beasts as well. And I think it's Eretz now they've got in the back as well. Really useful little dungeon, which doesn't get much love anymore. But when this was released, this was one of the peak places to go and train Slayer. As you can see here, very, very close bunched together Slayer monsters, which will be really nice for us to use once we get the ability to get to Curadel's a bit quicker. We need to pick up some Ferocious Rings. Ferocious Rings will be absolutely massive for us to have, because it just means that we can teleport directly here. We can use the Fairy Ring, which we will at some point, and you can just run around as well. Now, if I needed to get here for a task or whatever, you do have things like the Abyssal Demons. So there's some Abyssal Demons next to Gargoyles. They can also be used as well to have as a teleport on the mask. But yeah, I'm going to go do my first Gargoyles task, 228. Really interested to see how we do in terms of XP per hour. And I'll wrap it up once we've seen how much drops we've had and everything else. So there we go, Gargoyles are done. About 260k Slayer XP per hour and about 340 range as well. So really decent actually. The upgrade to having the instant kill with the hammer, completely worth it and definitely the correct choice over a Slayer helm. I'll probably be doing Gargoyles because the mask is once a day, really consistently, and I'm hoping that we do get them quite often from Curadel's. Black Demons as well, they're going to be my two favourite tasks, maybe with Hellhounds as well. Hellhounds are a very solid task as well. Hellhounds will actually be one I'll use melee on quite a lot, because especially in this spot here, they're grouped together really nice just to be able to do things like Hurricane and stuff, just to be able to get rid of them very, very quickly. So we're going to go and speak to Curadel's for the task. So if we're going to get it, another assignment, Tazars or Bloodveld. So Tazars, we do need to get, believe it or not, we do need to get Fire Cape, but I'm not quite there for it. So what I'm going to do is use a Slayer token for Bloodvelds. It would have been helpful if I had a Slayer mask ready. But yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll go and move on to the next one. The sort of Gargoyle mask actually looks pretty decent, to be fair. So pretty cool. But we're going to go and do some Bloodvelds. We'll come back when we're done, and then we'll go and get another one. Didn't actually get one of the Curadel's rings. I think it's called a Ferocious Ring, which would have teleported us here, which is a little bit sad. But with the amount of Gargoyles I'm going to kill, we are going to get them sooner or later. So off to the next task, and let's see how well we do. Okay, so the Bloodveld task is now done. Level 76 Slayer. I AFK'd a bit too hard, so I AFK'd a little bit too hard, so I did miss it. But that is another task done. Task 33 now completed. Let's go and head over, and we can go and pick out another one. Now, at the minute, I'm not sure if I've done my Bloodveld mask for today, so I'm going to try and do it now and see if we can get something decent. So if we look for runes, now the nice thing with Curadel's as well is we're going to get 18 points to go, which, you know, even though it's only 3 points a task more, it will add up eventually, and especially on like the 10 times and 50 times multiplier, it will come in handy for those extra points. So let's see what we're going to get for the next task, just in case we do get offered anything better. Curadel's is a bit more solid in terms of like a selection of monsters to go and kill as opposed to Curadel's, so this will pretty much be the master possibly we go all the way to 99 with, unless I decide to go and do Elf City, or we're going to unlock Hanukkah. I need to go to Lanika as well. So 249 Black Demons for 1 Slayer token. Absolutely, we'll take that. 250 is a mammoth task as well. That is a massive Slayer task. So I'm going to go and gear up for that. It's going to be a really nice sort of stint of AFKing as well, because we'll just sort of do the cannon and stuff. Slightly going to amend the inventory as well, because when it comes to this, you don't need aggression potions. So I'm not going to take any, just for some imbo space and stuff like that, because they do hit eventually the Black Demons, where it can be to a point like you just need a little bit of HP coming back every now and then. So I'll grab the cannon, and I'll also go and grab the Black Demon mask, because it'll give us a teleport directly there. I'll go and gear up for it, and we'll return if we get anything in terms of drops, any levels, or if we just go and finish the task. So, Black Demons all done. Back to War to go and get another assignment from Curadel. We're going to get 72 squaws, and either a choice of basically the same task. So we're just going to pick the one with the Slayer Mask because we don't want to waste a Slayer token. Got to be really careful on them to make sure that they're just the things we want to be doing as well. So yeah, in terms of that task as well, 82 range, which is nice, nothing really from it, but we're still just progressing and flying through it. In terms of Slayer, now 45k to 77. Might actually squeeze that on this task, and that's going to give us Desert Strike Worm, some big game hunter stuff, and keeps us moving forward. But yeah, that's going to be Black Demons done. Forgot my Charming Imp as well, so it weren't really the best task. Forgot my Charming Imp, so it weren't really the best task in the world, but still very much worthwhile doing. So we are back for another day of slaying, starting with just finishing off this Bloodveil task, and that's actually going to be the halfway point in this episode. That is going to be task 35. So because it's a new day, we have the refresh on all our masks, so we'll have a circulation of some of those for today and to get towards the end of this episode. I'm kind of hoping we can get 78, 79 Slayer, but we are definitely making some progress and moving really quickly. So there we go, 35 tasks done, 18 points, and now at 220 Slayer points as well, which is not too bad at all. So what I will do, I'll stick with Bloodveils just because I've got the mask on and the inventory set up and all that sort of stuff. So I shall go and grab some NPC runes. Eventually we will teleport to Curadel. I'll go and do the fairy ring, I've just not got to doing it. Or we'll get lucky and get some ferocious rings when we go and do gargoyles, because now gargoyles is something we can do every single day. And also will be a pretty big task. Gargoyles and Black Demons are by far the best ones we've currently got. For now, the big goal really is Absol Demons. Absol Demons will be game changing because the mask for Absol Demons is a once a day. And with that, you're probably going to get your best Slayer XP for a little while by doing it. Absol Demons are just so good for a lot of things. So we've got Bloodveils again. I will go and head over there. And we'll get the aggression and the overload done, and we'll just keep plodding on slaying. But Abyssal Demons will be a massive one for us. You're going to get some really good drops, really good invention XP, really good training XP as well. Like the melee stats will mainly be done at Abyssal Demons, just because I can sort of see us doing that as a big part of our Slayer. As well, Dark Beast will be a very good one. Gandermit Beast, all these kind of masked monsters are still very good. I actually still think I'd continue to do Black Demons because they're such a good XP task. And they don't really take that long. A whole sort of big Black Demon task can take me like 15 minutes. So we've also as well have a daily challenge for Slayer. So we're going to go and use that. We're also going to use the Dungeoneering one as well because that's worthwhile. And 77 just from that. So that's Desert Strike Worms. We can do Big Game Hunter on Haven Hive if we wanted to, because we can go and hunt down things. But the Desert Strike Worms are a little bit different from the Jungle ones. The drops are still a little bit mid, but the focus site definitely has a high price. So definitely considering if we do get offered that. We do have a mask for the desert one as well. Maybe sort of using that for recycling some tasks if we need to. So that is going to wrap up another episode of our road to becoming a Slayer Master. Really hope you guys have been enjoying these videos. And if you have, please make sure to leave me a like on the video. If you are brand new and enjoying the content, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. We are aiming towards 12,500 subscribers by the end of the year. If you've got anything you want me to talk about in these videos or any other kind of content you want me to do, drop in the comment section down below and I'll always make sure to reply. And like the comments up as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.